Hello people and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy. Consider subscribing, liking and commenting. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how there is a thin line between faith and being foolish. But I'll let you be the judge of whether I was acting out of my faith or maybe I was being foolish. So in 2010, we had an opportunity to travel to the US to attend a conference that normally happens once in every 7 years. And I really wanted to go for this conference, but I had a few challenges. The biggest challenge being I didn't have enough money to go to the conference. So maybe the biggest question at that point should have been, should I apply to go there when I know very well I don't have money? But anyhow, if you know me very well, you know that money never deters me from doing anything. So I was like, I'm going to apply, and if God so deems that I should get the visa, then I believe that He will provide the money that I need. You know, those are the days you quote all the scripture, you know, about money. You know, like God, you own cattle on 1,000 hills, yeah? Or gold and silver belong to you. Anyhow, back to the story. So we were 4 of us. So crazy thing number 1 that happened during this time. So these other 3 people that applied with me got full sponsorship. They didn't have to raise a single cent towards going to that conference. But I, unfortunately, did not qualify for any of the sponsorship. So we all went for our interview. So number 1, all 3 of them were denied a visa, and I was the only one who got the visa. But one of the other person, even though they were denied the first time, they went back later on and they were approved. So now we're going to travel, the 2 of us. But the other lady had to go a few days ahead of me. Then I was going to maybe arrive there like a week after she had already, because she was a minister. They had a different program. So they were like going a week earlier than the rest of us. So during this time when I'm just wondering, my God, where am I going to get all this money? And as you people know very well, there's one position no human being ever wants to be, and that is being at the mercy of somebody else. You see, if you don't have money and you have to ask somebody else, you are at their mercy. They can decide to help you or not. So some of the people are really nice. They would be like, even though this is your dream, you don't have money, it's fine, we will help you. Other people would be like, why are you even applying for this thing? Why do you even want to do something that you don't have money for? But anyhow, you know, in life, you know yourself very well. You know the things that you want to do. You do not have to justify, yourself or explain. So if somebody is not willing to help you, you're like, you know what? Maybe in this particular part of life or in my journey, maybe God has not released you to be part and parcel. But anyway, that was not even the story or the reason why I was making this film. The reason of this film is to tell you about something that happened on the day I was meant to fly out. So it took me a long time, to raise the money. And by the time I was flying out, I had enough money already I'd purchased my ticket. I had money for the conference, to pay the conference fees, that is, and to pay for my food. But I had not raised enough money for my room. But thankfully, by the time I was flying out, one of the church members knew people in Grand Rapids. And these people were like, Master, since you see me, you're struggling, we will help you. We will give you a place to stay. So I wrote to them, I gave them the dates that I was arriving and all that. But the beautiful thing was that the conference, people were willing to house me the first day when I arrived. But then the other days, I had to figure out what I was going to do. But they were willing to come pick me up from the airport. And then the following day, I was going to make my own personal arrangements. But here comes the shocker. The day I'm flying out, I go to check my email. Just 4 hours before my flight. My family is already ready. They've come from Machakos. I was living in Nairobi by then. And they're coming to drive me to the airport. So I told them, just hang on a minute. Let me just go confirm that the people got my email, telling them the date I'm arriving and the hour so that they come pick me up from the conference. But shock on me. When I went to read my email, the people said, yes, we will be at the airport. said that they were going to be there on the wrong day. So I quickly wrote to them and I'm like, oh my goodness, I do not know where the dates got confused up, but I am not coming on the day that the email says. I'm coming on this particular day. And then I'm flying out. So the next time I was going to see the email was going to be after, like read the response was going to be many hours later. So I remember that time I'm like, I'm about to panic. But then after a while I'm like, Masina, why are you panicking? Just calm down, get it together, lady, and act in faith. So as I'm logging out of my email, I just said a prayer and I told God, God, you have 24 hours. By the time I land in America, you better sort this out. So when I go back, my family is like, oh yeah, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah. I didn't want them to panic. Like I didn't know where I'm going to go. And this is me going to a foreign country. This was my first time ever leaving Kenya to fly internationally. But I'm like, God, you do miracles, you do great things. So I am counting on you. By the time I land in America, you better have sorted this situation out. And off, my family took me to the airport. I'm waving, bye-bye, see you. And that time I'm just like, I better land there in America and I'm homeless. But stay tuned. And in my next video, you'll get to hear whether I was homeless or what happened to me. And I will also share my first experience of racism. Thank you and God bless.